Hey guys, what's up? So today guys, we're going to be looking at the inverse of a function, and it's a really simple topic guys, so let's just look at the steps here. It says there are three steps to find the inverse of a function. Three steps. The first step is let y be equal to f of x. The second step is make x the subject of the formula. And the last step is change the y to an x, then let the inverse be equal to the answer. So if you've never done it before and you don't know the steps, these are the steps. Just remember these three steps when you need to find the inverse. And let me just do this question over here as an example. This is actually from January 1991's paper. That's a long time. That's when I was born, but I was born in 1991. But it's still a good example to do. And it kind of shows you that nothing really changes every year. So guys, suppose we want to find the inverse for this function here, f of x is equal to 3x plus 7. So we're going to do the first step, guys. The first step is to let y be equal to f of x. So y is going to be equal to 3x plus 7. Then the next step, step 2, is to make x the subject of the formula. So I want to move this 7 over to the left side. I'm going to get y minus 7 is equal to 3x. Then I'm going to end up with, let me just switch it around. 3x is equal to y minus 7. Divide both sides by 3 to get rid of the 3. And I'm going to get x is equal to y minus 7 over 3. And this is close to the answer. We just have to do the last step now, guys. Step 3, which is we're going to change this y here to an x. Cool. So we're going to end up with f to the negative 1 of x. By the way, guys, f to the negative 1 of x means the inverse, right? That's how you write the inverse. F to the negative 1 of x means the inverse. So it says here the inverse, f to the negative 1 of x is equal to, we're going to change this to an x minus 7 over 3. Cool, and this is the answer. Awesome. I think this is a good example. And that's how you do it, guys. Just follow the three steps. Cool. And it's pretty simple. So let's look at another example, guys. All right, guys. So we're back in it, and we're looking at the second example. And guys, of course, we need to find the inverse, right? So how would we find the inverse for this, guys? We're going to follow the steps. Step 1, we're going to let y be equal to f of x, which is 4 minus 5x. Then the next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to make x a subject to the formula, right? So I'm going to carry this 5x over to the left side. I'm going to end up with 5x, carry this y over to the right. I'm going to end up with 5x is equal to 4 minus y. Then all I need to do after this, guys, is just divide the right side by 5. X is equal to 4 minus y over 5. And then, of course, the last step is to change the y to an x. And I'm going to say the inverse, which is f to the negative 1 of x, is equal to 4 minus x over 5. And this is the answer. So you see how it's a simple thing, guys? It's not a very hard concept to understand. It's a breeze if you just remember the three steps and follow the three steps. Cool. So let's look at the last example. Awesome, guys. So we're gonna do the last question. I left the best for last. This one is a little tricky, so follow along with me, guys. And we're gonna follow the steps. The first step is to let y be equal to the 2x plus 3 over 5 minus x. And of course, the second step is to make x a subject to the formula. So I'm actually going to multiply this 5 minus x by the y because I need to get x out of the denominator in order to find the answer or make x a subject. So I'm going to say y times 5 minus x is equal to 2x plus 3. Y times that will give me 5y. Y times that will give me minus xy is equal to 2x plus 3. I'm going to carry the xy over to the right side and carry this 3 over to the left side because I want the x's to be together, and I want to leave the y's alone. So I'm going to end up with 5y minus 3 is equal to 2x plus xy. Then I'm going to factor x out of this. I'm going to end up with 5y minus 3 is equal to x times 2 plus y. And the last thing to do, guys, is just divide both sides by 2 plus y. This will cancel that, and I'm going to end up with x is equal to 5y minus 3 over 2 plus y, right? So the last thing to do now, guys, is the third step, right? Which is change these y's, these two y's here, guys. We're going to change these two y's to an x, and we're going to say f to the negative 1 of x is equal to 5x minus 3 over 2 plus x. And this is the answer. Cool. So guys, we did 3 examples, and 3 examples to me are usually enough for you to understand. If you do something 3 times, you're likely to remember, right? So this is it, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and God bless.